What is up? It's about 8:30. Inferno in the sky is rising upon us. I gotta remember how to turn on the flash on this thing. Where was it? Put the light on. There used to be a button on the screen, folks. And it's not there. It's so weird. I used to be able to turn on the light during these live streams. Now I can't, so hopefully you can see it. But carrier unit. I've already talked about it before. Not too long ago, actually, about the carrier's flawed design of putting the condensate pan edge is right over the return duct connection, like the opening, so the water runs right down into the building. Hey, what's up, man? You've been first on the live stream quite a few times. They're, what did I say, Pepsi, Coke, sure, I said that right. But anyway, yeah, so condensate pan, the flashlight that come on the phone would make it better, but just below the brim of overflow, and they turned it off. It came all the way through the ceiling, T-grid, everything. So this is where I want that light. Why the button is missing? I don't know. It's weird. Share, save, highlight, mute microphone. Nope, don't want that. I'm looking at all the options here. Huh. YouTube, you screwed me, man. I used to be able to turn on the lights, but anyway. The other thing I like, to do on carriers, if it plugs here, you're screwed. It's going to back up. And in this case, because I don't see the water running, it's down low, that it means it's plugged in here. Or right here. But if it backs up down here, with the vent being this high, it still overflows in there. I like to see these cut low on carriers. So if it backs up after the trap, it'll just leak on the roof. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a quick blow. It'll blow it free. And there it goes, very gurgling. Water's flowing. I can see it hauling ass. You guys can't see it thanks to YouTube. Google's wisdom of taking away the flashlight button. But it is draining. Oh yeah, the pipe's even getting cold. Cooling down from the water. Dang it. But drop the camera. I don't want to drop it in there. I already thought about that. Taking the filters out. Always take them out because they're kind of in the way. Sometimes because you can't see in there. I'll show you when I put the filter in. First, you can see the water's in. Probably can't see, but the water level's dropped. I'm going to pour some water in there anyway, but when these filters are in place, look, you can't access the pan, so you have to take the filters out. Also, evidently, somebody else took the filters out yesterday and said they were dirty, and they thought that's why it backed up. So I came here with some new ones before I even came here. So, let them drain. Pocket. I can't myself. I'm gonna get some water. I used to have like a gallon container in my vehicle for doing this, but I used it for something. Now all I got is like empty Powerade bottles. So it's already cleared from blowing it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just dump one of these in there just to wash. It's out the bottom of the pan. Hopefully the video's coming out okay. I've done the live streams here before. I think they're okay. I noticed it was kind of slow just going through some motions on the phone. This is that same rooftop where I was talking about the phone getting hot. By the time I got it right here, phone overheated before I could even stop the video. Look how crappy the water pressure is up here. Needed a booster pump. So the water pressure is only like 60 down, at the normal height. It sinks below. I have a brain fart, so I can't think of what the weight is per foot right now. But you add up how many feet. So say this is 50 feet higher, which it is. That's how much less pressure you have. So it's so much PSI per foot of lift. I just can't get the number right off the moment. But yeah, so we're probably like 25 psi or something, if that, at that freaking nice hose bib too, man. They put a bunch of them up here. I noticed that the floats don't have a lot of flow when you open them up, so they kind of drop down to equalize with the usage, but barely keeping up on each cooling evap cooler. This is a whole different. I was going to rant about something else, but you know, it's a different subject. Probably deserves its own video. Let me just finish this. The pan is empty. You just like to see the water. Oh yeah, it's trucking right through. You guys can't see it. You would if there's a flash, but I can see it. It's just going through no problem. Oh yeah, I can hear it gurgling. Should be good. There it goes. You always want to make sure you prime it. Of course, right now with the cover off, it won't have negative pressure. But sometimes you could, if you blow a drain out while the panel's on, it has enough negative pressure that it draws in enough air through the vent, through the trap, the water won't leave. So you either stop the blower and it primes itself, or until you put your hand over the vent or whatever and get it to prime. That happened to me on a large, like 40-ton unit or something up on a roof for some surgical. It's a big old train unit. It freaking, big old train split, but the air handlers on the roof, it freaking blew out the drain as part of a PM. It did some stuff in it. It was like a freaking 1.5-inch drain. That thing, because of the high static pressure blowers they use, it had a lot of negative pressure on that freaking drain. And when I came there, it was overflowing the pan. As soon as I opened the door to the unit, it broke vacuum and started going out the drain. It's like, dang it. And then it was fine. So this should be fine. This unit is only like a little over a year old. Although, see this dirt? That's from me blowing through it. Dude, there's crud in there, just like that. And it's hard to get it out. I just kind of rinse it out. Some of these have enough gap I could just get my fingers down there and start breaking up the dirt that's in there. There's some chunks in there. I am gonna put some more water down there. This is when I wish I had the gallon. Let's check this. Yeah, it's so bright up here, I'm having a hard time. The blower motor is making a racket. This actually sounds very normal, so maybe the phone's just picking it up. Take the phone over here. No, it's not that hot yet. It will be. It will be. Inferno is still erecting itself. Yesterday it was, I think the high was 108. But it was back up to like 30% humidity or whatever. That sucked. So this is the time of year, our monsoon season, and we haven't even had our first monsoon rain yet, but usually we'll start getting a lot of that in September. But this is when our service call starts getting us, you know, a lot of them will be for water leaks rather than just all no cools. I do like these hose bibs. They're nice, but they're nice if you actually have some flow through them, man. So, yeah. Supply PSI test run. 65 seconds. Whatever that means. I'm calling it a hydrant. Pour a little bit more water through that thing. Lots of walking. on these jobs, especially if you have to walk to the farthest away unit. You can see that roof over there. It's no picnic. This roof's probably as long as that one. You have to go way down there to the other equipment. The end of these evap coolers is like halfway down the roof. The AC unit in my house, still working pretty good. It's been like 75. We used to run that AC unit 80 during the days, and then turn it down at night after the peak because of the charging you the 24-cent kilowatt during peak and 6 after. But my wife was home and stuff this summer, so we were running it like 77, you know. But now since I put the new one in, especially with the Tesla, we've been running it like 75, sometimes 74, but that was almost too cold. 75. So we're running it like, we changed that 4-ton out, put a 3-ton in there, which was going to be questionable. And we're running it 2 degrees cooler, and it's maintaining. I think I've seen it drift 1 degree up, but it will drift 1 degree up because I have it set as a 2-stage now. It's runs at 40 hertz until the temperature gets a degree over set point, and then it switches to 60 hertz. So it's not even running at 3 tons when it's you know, on first stage. It's like whatever 40 hertz getting me 50% indoor fan speed. But you know, it's nice and crisp at night, and you know, at night that thing's running on the first stage only 40 hertz, half lower speed. Yeah, what's the fifth, I think. Potent. Still quite a good push. How much is it? Let me drop this a pinch. I don't think air balance has done their thing yet, so I'm just gonna drop this. Dude, here in Arizona, we do not see people run their freaking fresh airs over to here. It's usually set right here because people want it to perform, but I'll put it right here. I can just draw it in quite a bit of air. So they're just sucking in that humidity. Another phenomenon we've seen in the last year or so happen to a couple units was moths just being attracted to the units, and they're going in there and then they're dying down in the pan, and their big freaking moth wings plug those things up silly. Ones that we know were cleaned out. So this one particular car dealership has like this place where you drive up on top of the building where they could put more cars there. It's kind of weird, but there's this like up there's like a unit pretty close to it, and they have the freaking parking lot light up on a pole above it, so it attracts all the moths. And then they like water going up the vent pipe or in through the fresh air intake, yeah, there, and dying in there, some of them, and plugging the drain. Nothing we could really do about it than we putting, you know, screens over things and over the drain and whatnot. Let's see, check the messages before I call this. Good morning from Germany. Hey man, what's up? What time is it over there? You said good morning from Germany. Well, it's like 9:30 here. How is it good morning over there? Oh, I see the rest of it, even though here it is evening. All right. Made sense after all. Put this bottle in the back of my truck properly. Dude, that was perfect. If there was any breeze, that bottle would not have landed into the bottom of my truck. But anyway, hopefully that was a nice little conclusion of my video. At least there are filters that filter out the moth. Yeah. All right, I gotta climb down. Suicide ladder already. Yeah, don't bring the phone down that. So, okay. Maybe one of these, I'll get one of those ones you strap on your head that can Bluetooth to your phone or whatever they're using, Wi-Fi or something, to do live streams. That'd be kind of cool. With that, I'll catch you guys later.